He's admitting it. He's a special player, probably more a special person.
Hasn't thrown an interception in a year. And he's going to go downtown on first down. Man-to-man coverage and off the...
To go do it. Dial it up, and it's the perfect call. You have to go make that catch.
Etienne's first carry. And now it... Three-man rush, long throw, back shoulder, one-on-one, and it is on time. Quarterback keeper. And Lawrence sprints for near.
There's a guy near you. Just get out. You don't have to take those hits.
Tunnel screen, and Amari Rodgers bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Those are the questions that Georgia Tech will have to answer today. And also, this is a run opportunity with the yardage for Clemson.
Etienne spins, yards after contact. He lost the football. Justin Fields can build with the Big Ten starting so late compared to the rest. Low throw and a miss from...
To be the last time, it is a focal point for the Yellow Jacket defense.
Curtis Rhynes and Charlie Thomas combined to knock that ball out. Here's Lawrence off play action. Bullets one to the sideline. And that is...
In front of that safety before both those guys close, and it's got to be on an absolute line from Trevor Lawrence.
Etienne for 1 yard.
Change of tempos of that football. Sometimes it does need a little bit of touch, and he's had that, but you can't teach that ball just getting on a frozen line to the perimeter.
Here comes a blitz. Picked up, slant over the middle. Amari Rodgers, first and goal.
Came from with a quick throw.
Back shoulder, end zone, easily done for the touchdown to bitter Connecticut alums. I love it.
Listen, anyone who said no to me when it came to recruitment in high school, I want them to lose every game.
Trevor Lawrence, he's going to look up top. He's got a man behind the defense. Once again, it's Amari Rodgers, and he'll go the distance. So a red zone chance on the turnover. Shovel pass. And grinding his way for about a yard and a half.
I get my feet right and get hands on that defender. It's very difficult, and that's the advantage of a 3-4 defense.
Lawrence throwing down. The blitz works.
Just abort your fake. You know, your job number one in that situation is protection over play fake. But the fact that he couldn't get there is because Quez Jackson timed it up so well.
Lawrence out of the pocket. 3rd down and 17. He's going to try and run for it. And he will get the feet.
He's incredible at it in the way fast he gets through it mentally, but the power of the throw is remarkable.
This time he hands it off to Lynjay Dixon.
We minimize the RPO, the run-pass option. We think it's such an easy play. This kid does it just at a 10 out of 10 level in every aspect.
For some of those snap throws, and this one's dropped by.
Physical attributes that come into play are such a big deal.
Blitz picked up, and the first down picked up, Marty, as well by Trevor.
Clemson and Andrew Thacker, the defensive coordinator at Georgia Tech, told us this week, 16's as talented as any college football player I've ever seen as he throws an interception.
Right on cue. Marty, the announcer jinx, works to perfection as Amari Walton off the pick, brings it back into plus territory. To the end of the first quarter, you would think. Trevor Lawrence back to hand one to Etienne. He gets to the sideline and picks up 4. Regardless.
But with my mind, you know, you're thinking something else, and I'm just going to go.
Bob Wischusen, Dan Orlovsky, Marty Smith. Starting the second quarter. Near midfield for Clemson. Travis Etienne will pick up about 4 yards. Another up.
Kentucky.
2 pick sixes.
The Fighting Jacob Tammies are ecstatic.
3rd down. And a long 2, close to 3 here for Trevor Lawrence. A bullet to Rodgers.
Trevor Lawrence.
ETN. 2 yards.
The discipline of the execution by their defense leverage-wise.
4-man rush. And a pitch and catch, first down again.
If he is faster than Justin Ross, then that would be an accurate description. Beautiful communication. You can see pressures coming at the bottom of the screen. Great job by Trevor Lawrence.
A little pitch fake and a wide open seam route for Davis Allen. The Tyrants already moving into a tie for fourth in ACC history with Chris Wenke with the touchdown passes he has thrown today. How about the run? Just picking up 2 yards. Hard working.
Plays, but can they go on a methodical drive? For Tony Elliott, their play caller, like, can you put together a drive you feel really good about right now?
ETN moves the pile. 2 yards shy of the first down.
He was the only kind of question mark for them moving forward. Was he going to be able to take the jump that he has?
Lawrence to ETN. Down the sideline goes Travis Etienne. Not just a third down.
Average of the matchup is for the quarterback.
That's Travis Etienne's first catch of the day. But Dabo Swinney said that's where his game has made the biggest improvement as Lawrence rolls to his right. Fires across his body and it's knocked away. Intended for E.J. Williams. Plays as a pass catcher. Swing pass to Lynn-J Dixon. He gets a couple of blocks. And he's a yard away from it.
But so it helps their team now, but it's also kind of changing the viewpoint of him as an NFL prospect for organizations.
Lynn-J Dixon picks up the first down easily. 5-yard gain on third.
Sit back and watch the show.
But then also if they don't cover the go route really good, it just becomes a touchdown for your offense. Imagine that.
Must be nice.
Counter handoff to Dixon. Now the only player.
And he even said that about Lynn-J Dixon. We got to remember that guy's over there too as well. And sometimes it's okay to give him the football because there's really not this massive drop off. And it speaks to the depth of a program and the years and years of big time recruiting.
Play action. Lawrence fires one over the middle. Wide open. Amari Rodgers leaps a man looking for the pylon. And he's out of bounds.
And Trevor Lawrence, that's the perfect example of it. Look, they got Pinckney and Bruzzy in the backfield.
Yeah, that's some big guys. That's a yard line. And the big boys are back out there. Ryan Brazee, the true freshman defensive tackle. He'll be the fake. Niles Pinckney. Instead, a 300 college season we've ever seen last year for LSU. Certainly Ed Orgeron brings that to mind as Trevor Lawrence goes back to work on 1st and 10 and finds a pitch and catch out to the flat to Cornell Powell. But when you think
accuracy and ball placement, yes. All right, so nowadays in the NFL, it's about playmaking at the quarterback position.
Screen here to Joseph Ngata, and he is able to pick up about 7 yards, but looking for extra.
Playmaking traits athletically, and then are you smart enough? Do you understand coverage, protections, all those things?
ETN picks up a first down.
Leadership, intangibles, grind. Do you love football? There's so many things that this kid, and Bob, he's not just good at them. He's not good.
Football, he said he hit reply all. This is ridiculous. He said, y'all go home with my players and tell them they're better off there than they are here. The mental health of these young men is very important. Lawrence over the middle for a completion. What is that, Bob? 15 yards? Your scholarship is going to be good. Your job is going to be good. I want no fear here. And I want you to know, if you want to come back, I need to know it. And he said,
Marty's point, I am just trying to soak this in and enjoy the moment. A little shuffle pass forward on the trick play. Springs a run down the sideline by Brandon Spector. And he
both know the NFL is a different animal. It's a different world. And when you're talking about
Lawrence on a rollout, whips one into the end zone. Touchdown, Frank Ladson.
Being fundamentally sound, discipline with your eyes, do your job. Perfect example has been Nolan Turner all half.
ETN inside the 3-yard line.
Doing their job for that defense.
ETN bouncing it to the pylon. Easy done for the.
But it's all about everyone doing their job that makes it work.
Lynn-J Dixon Reversing fields, just about ran up the backside of Trevor Lawrence. And this worked out okay for the Tigers as he's across midfield.
Back, I'm like, man, I played well. He's done it in less than 30 minutes.
Play action. Lawrence out of the pocket. Just barely gets to the line of scrimmage. And he finds Davis Allen again.
Yeah, one-on-one in the slot.
Lawrence, back left corner of the end zone for Amari Rodgers, and they do it again.
And continue to be in the dominant mindset. For Georgia Tech, it's, hey, this is a new half. Let's go play as hard as we possibly can for our young football team.
Jay Dixon in the backfield. Picks up about a half yard. It'll be
Night when you beat Louisville, and I love you today when you're down big to the #1 team in the country. Just keep fighting. Fight for what we're building, because we're building something special here in Atlanta. That's the...
Your actions have to match your words. And if you're going to be a coach that tells you, don't focus on the results, but we got to be in the process, your actions better follow. And Jeff Collins did that.
Trevor Lawrence just out of the reach of Amari Rodgers.
Down the field to Amari Rodgers.
Low throw incomplete on 2nd down and 10. Intended for last, and now it's 3rd down and 10.
This has been such big Amari Rodgers down. I want to see Trevor Lawrence trust the pocket here, hang in there and get through a progression.
Another deep ball. And this one out of the reach of each. And it looks like the quarterback switch has been made by Clemson as expected.
Know it all about boxing, but I just remember watching the fight and being like, man, I don't know who this guy is, but he's remarkable. And then Loma came out, and Loma's entrance was like, wait, what is this? Like, me and my wife were sitting tonight. I can't wait to see it.
It is Tyson Pumachan at quarterback now for Clemson. 3rd down and 12. The pocket collapses, and he will go down.
Or just slick somehow for that to happen.
Pumachan with a little shoulder fake and throws one into the dirt.
Probably close to Steve.
Here's Malusi into the end zone for the touchdown. So Ches Malusi.
The thing, this was a young man going, I didn't play the way that I want to play today. My standard is higher, and I know that I've got to work. And when I'm done working...
Struck me was when he was talking about how he noticed as Pumachan goes back to work. He's going to throw it on 2nd and 7. He's going to take a shot for a deep ball down the sideline. And that is through the hands. Practice field even with. And Jeff Collins said the last time that I saw that was Dak at Mississippi State. As Pumachan throws one to the sideline, that's incomplete on 3rd and 7. So, you know, those...
Meaning he went up and down with his shoulders. That affected his accuracy. I mean, I wasn't ready for that answer. I wasn't ready for a guy to be so prepared to answer that question. And Pumachan's little brother's going to UConn, I believe. He's got a young brother in Connecticut that's committed to UConn.
Obviously under-recruited on the depth chart. Is one of the top quarterback prospects in all of college football. As they can't pull that one.
Long-time BC guy who was actually just texting me not long ago saying, oh, you get to watch DJ play, because he lives out in California and he's seen him play a bunch in high school.
Right at the 1st down line to gain on the dive. State that kind of turns it to a false positive that he received earlier this week as Pumachan with a little hitch. It's caught by Dixon.
Imagine the mental, energy that might give your football team. Hey, the greatest coach of all time is probably not going to be there for the biggest game of the year. So
good losses today if those scores hold for Auburn and for Tennessee.
Yeah, I'd agree. That Kentucky one would be a little bit more jarring.
The expectation.
Ball cover.
I cannot wait till our next production meeting with Dabo and to talk about that mustache. Like, I cannot wait, because that will be the first thing that...
And a broken play here, so Helms takes off. And look, the reason that you get the uncomfortable...
Oh, Swinney, the greatest college coach ever. I think that's going to become a conversation. They're going to be in the national championship hunt every year for the next 4 or 5 years. And if it continues the trend that it has over the last 4 or 5 years, they're going to win a couple and win a ton of games.
Tipped ball as Helms almost throws an interception. Well,
team to a Final Four grouping of some sort.
6 times in a row.
Right.
Helms with a touch throw down the sideline. And he drops it into Kobe Pace at Clemson, and now gets a chance in the fourth quarter to play against Georgia Tech. Pace for about 3.5 yards. I think there's always the belief inside that player that if I get there and I get in front of the coaches and I show them what I can do, as again he's going to try a touch throw towards the front left corner of the end zone, and that might be
going to call and think about it to operate as good as he can.
And instead it's a sprint draw to Kobe Pace. Pace running players over and picking up a first down.
Just a beautiful handoff.
Shovel pass. And there is the first touchdown pass for Hunter Helms. As he has become a national championship level quarterback, and he's just at every level seemingly has proved to have been born to be a starting quarterback for a winning football team. And
that ability, and then you value the football, that's what makes you go, man, this is a can't-miss player. This guy is a can't-miss guy at the quarterback spot.
Well, making people miss is Michael Dukes.
He'll be into his second contract, or in conversations with a second contract, at the same point that when Joe Burrow was drafted last year.
Well, it's got to be fun when your son is able to catch. Wow, and convincingly so. As Hunter Helms on a rollout to the sideline. Will Brown makes the catch. Down to about the 35-yard line.
Last season, I really just appreciate where I'm at. It's kind of bittersweet because I realize how fortunate I am to be at a place like Clemson, surrounded by really good people. That makes it a lot easier to be great where my feet are. Touchdown, Tigers.
Good play-by-play, Marty. And just on the road. 73 on the board today in Atlanta, and another sideline slip for Chez Malusi as we check in with Kevin Nagandi. Well, there's so many things to unpack there. Booger taking a shot at you. Somehow Kevin...
In there. And Booger, you are the last person to talk about good football teams right now. 2019's over, bub. 2020. And I feel like if I took me and my 8-year-old's flag football...
Yeah, it is definitely the kind of job that...
You're still away.
By the way, Will Spires just completed a pass. And now Chez Malusi with 3:44 to go picks up nothing but Clemson, and they just destroy all the competition. The rest of the conference is nothing but a bunch of pretenders, and yet
18 to 22-year-olds that got to show up every week, and we know the state of our world right now. If you're going to have the chance to get Clemson this year, your secondary